Chef Buff Army, leg training. It's going down. You requested the video, you got it. As you may or may not know, I want to increase my squat. So I'm squatting twice a week. This is my second session. It's going to be also strength focused, but not as heavy. I waive the numbers I use. What's my, one rep max right now? Approximately 430 pounds. But around here, son, we go ATG, ass to the grass, or at least always below parallel. All these right here are just warm-up sets. If you want to learn a little bit about squatting, how to squat right, pull up a chair, relax, and enjoy yourself. Remember, there's many different forms of squatting, and I agree with Wendler and Dave Tate when they say that squatting is unique to the individual. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. If you got, a long torso and short legs, you'd squat a whole lot differently, probably more upright than someone that has a shorter torso and is a smaller person. So right here, this works for me. This ain't a rip toe squat. There's Olympic squatting, there's powerlifting squatting, high bar or low bar. This is how Chef Buff squats. So what I do, and I am going to make a squat tutorial video, but I push out with the hips, stick my ass out, and then I break with the knees. I try and keep an upright torso position. I have what's called a high bar, so the bar is resting firmly on my traps. My shoulder blades are tightened together, my elbows are pointed down, and I'm flaring my lats. So my upper back is tight, I can carry that weight. And what I'm doing right here, I'm popping it, well, hello there. Pretty little lady just passed me, is I'm squatting the maximum weight that I could lift safely on any given day. Today, I deadlifted the day before, my ass was a little bit sore, my lower back, so I'm rocking my belt, Akira lives, and I'm just working out to a comfortable 3 rep max. So what weight can I use? As you'll notice actually, as I get more serious as the sets go on, I increase the speed of the concentric portion. In other words, I put more effort into it. So I'm always going below parallel. You're going to be able to see when I do the cambered squat, how low below parallel, probably 1 inch to 2 inches, always keep in tight form. So that's why right now, if I'm criticizing, looks like my knees are pushing in a little bit, I'm trying to push them out, but that's because I have no glute strength. It's sapped from yesterday's deadlift. And right here we got 375. I was planning on only doing 375 for today, but this felt good. The pop on the way up was nice and strong. I was rocking the theme from Dune as I was lifting weight, and it just jacked me up. So this is the 4th set. On a strength workout, I think I only do 15 working sets in total, but downtown and back up, slow as fuck, but it's good. I'm popping it up, making sure the knees don't cave in, making sure also that my hips don't rise too much, because if your hips rise up and your chest isn't puffed up, then what can happen? The bar can tip over, the weight can go on to the balls of your feet, and you actually can make a serious error. You do not want to die squatting. So right here, what I do, little Christian Thibodeau, Jim Wendler also does this, a max rep back off set. So I don't go to failure, because true failure, remember, most of you guys, you're younger guys, you don't truly go to failure when you train because you're not in touch with your body. You don't know what, failure feels like, because failure is the point where you absolutely cannot do more reps. Like, look at this. I'm not going to failure here, but trust me when I say the reps were turning into a struggle. If you saw my face, blood vessels were popping. And, you can't judge a set by saying, oh, form was breaking down, therefore I was approaching failure. Not so. My body was approaching failure, but my form here is all right. I'm rising a little bit with the hips, but one thing I could say is under pressure, you must maintain your form. You must. So these were hard reps, but I did everything to try and keep my form as clean as possible. Remember, approaching failure or doing heavy sets is no excuse for your form to go south. Right here, so that's the depth. That's quite low. This is the cambered bar. This is a specialty bar. This is a great squat. Eric Cressy loves it, and the dude is smart, therefore it's good for you. No, but seriously, what the cambered bar, why? What's it good for? Well, it's good for that hip drive. Why? Because this is a slightly unbalanced bar. It's over in front of you, the weight, as opposed on your back where it's slightly behind you. So the position of the weight, this will force you to keep an upright position so you can't lean forward. You can't just pop the hips up and let your chest sag. You got to keep the chest up. Great for developing that hip drive and power. Exactly what anyone that wants to squat needs to develop. This is how you develop a great ass, guys. In all seriousness, a whole lot of squats. I will post because people were saying, oh, yo, Chef Buff, you got small calves. I'm like, yeah, that's right, but I got jacked legs. Like, you should see them glutes and, you know, quads and hamstrings all going to work. They're probably my best body part, my upper legs, my majority of my legs. I will not do calf raises, however. You know, I don't think calves are aesthetic. That's just me. So right here, I'm doing my last set, going all the way downtown and back up, keeping the chest up. Also gripping the bar, guys. I explained this before, but if you want to lift some serious weight, you got to make sure when you're lifting that weight, your body's tight. It's called total body tension. So I take a deep breath in before I do the squat, maintain intra-abdominal pressure, push with my heels, hug the floor with my feet. That's why those New Balance Minimalist shoes, they're great. I've been using them for over a year. I love them. They're flat-soled. If you want to know how you should squat, you should squat either barefoot or something with no sole, no real sole in it. Right here, these are the world's shittiest good mornings because my Christmas tree, my spina erecti, were lit up after those sets. I'm using a really light weight, going, you know, basically just halfway down. And I'm doing good mornings, and lo and behold, I think, is it coming up? Needless to say, that person died after doing that. I'm just joking. That's a good buddy of mine. You know, slapping my ass, kind of Soyuget, Super Street Fighter 4 style, just for extra motivation. Why, I don't know. It's on a good morning set. I was doing 135 pounds. This is called the anti-prison, anti-rape, really, exercise. You know, be useful to defend yourself should you ever be in that scenario. Right here, my favorite exercise for building up strength in the lower lumbar area. So keeping your back nice and arched the whole time. And I have a tutorial video for this. I will be putting out that squat tutorial video to teach everybody how to squat better, because there are a lot of different cues. And like I said before, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. I'm going to give you a couple different good rules to judge what squat is right for you and your body. But the key point is, everybody, and I mean everybody, gotta be squatting. Oh, look at that. That's the shirt. It says, real gyms have chalk, chains, platforms, and a reverse hyper. That's, so this is Fortis Fitness in Toronto, my favorite gym of all time. The owner, real good friend, Sean Kelly, real nice guy. I gave him one of my shirts, the Keep Calm and Press On. What does he do? He gives me 2 of his shirts because he's just a really nice guy. Has a whole lot of text on that shirt. So I'm rocking it. I'm doing some reverse hypers. This is amazing for your hamstrings. Actually, sorry, this is a glute ham raise. A little bit tipsy after doing this workout. I'm editing it immediately after. And what you do, you plant with the heels. Great for, once again, the posterior chain, the hamstrings and the glutes. Building up that strength will allow you to squat more. This is just one of my workouts. On Thursday, if you know my schedule, I'm also supposed to bench press. So guess what? I'll be doing a second session. Oh no, later on. Yes, I will. So guys, this has been the video. This is the glute ham raise. I cut off my face, but that's okay. Got a real great workout. Worked up to those 390 times 3 for clean reps. You know, shooting for within about 6 to 8 months, I want that 500-pound squat. Make sure, as always, to like, share with friends, and show your support. Buff Army, I will be seeing you in the next video. And remember, it ain't leg day unless there's squats.